I recently went on a backpacking trip with my GoPro camera, and I figured I'd go a little bit in detail on the kinds of things I thought about when packing my gear, the gear I ended up taking, and some things I learned during that trip that are good takeaway points if you're thinking about taking your GoPro camera on a trip or trying to shoot some activity where it's important to keep your kit really lightweight. First, we'll go through the gear I took. I wanted to keep my kit as lightweight as possible because when you're backpacking, everything you take, you have to carry. So no large GoPro poles, no large cases, no massive battery backpacks, nothing like that. Just the bare necessities for getting a great shot with your GoPro camera. For me, what I ended up taking was a GoPro frame mounted to save weight on the waterproof case, and then a super lightweight GoPro pole. So this is a little monopod. These things are about $1 on Amazon. You can check out some links to them down in the video description. I've reviewed them before. They're not very stable. They can bend, they can break. They're not super stable, but for something like backpacking, they're all you need. They've got a great reach. They extend super long. You can get a full body shot with them, absolutely no problem. They're a really lightweight, portable pole, and it's perfect for backpacking. It gives you all the angles you want to be able to shoot while not taking up too much space. Sure, it'd be nice to take something like a POV gear carbon fiber pole, but that's bigger, bulkier, and something you just don't need, so this is just perfect. Then there's a problem of battery power. Now, if you're only going for a couple of days, you're probably going to be able to actually just take GoPro batteries with you, spare GoPro batteries. So that's what I did. I took a 1 GoPro, fully charged GoPro battery in the camera, and then 4 spare GoPro batteries. This is great. I don't need a charger. I don't need a USB cable. I don't need a backup battery bank or some kind of solar charger. Don't need any of that. I just got 4 spare GoPro camera batteries. If you're going for a longer trip or don't have this many batteries, you can take a small, compact battery backup or battery bank, as well as a small, short USB cable, and you'll be able to charge your camera. Now, make sure that if you're only going for a couple of days, you don't take a massive battery backpack because you don't need to take that. You can take a small, maybe a 4,000 milliamp hour battery bank and be able to charge your camera a couple of times, just enough to make sure you get all the shots you need to get. The camera I took was the GoPro Hero 4 Black, and I put a 64GB SD card in it. That was plenty of storage space, especially for the way I was shooting during my trip. Over the course of my trip, I shot about 140 shots with my GoPro camera. Each of these were between 10 and 30 seconds, little short snippets of different things and different activities that went on during the trip. Then in editing, I stitched them all together, even cutting them down further to 3 to 8 seconds, and then rendering that out as a final video, throwing quite a few of them away in the process. What I would say is that, while my edit came out well, and I'm happy with it, what is missing for me was a bunch of transition shots. And I think it's really important to think about these transition shots before you go. The transition shots I'm talking about are maybe however you go from finishing your day hiking to setting up camp. You need a shot coming into camp, and you need a shot of nighttime to show that a time is passing. You need a shot of leaving camp, and you need these different transition shots that really tell the story of what's going on. Without those, you've got a bunch of interesting shots put together, but you really need to be able to make sure that your final video flows. So I think spending a little bit of time to think about those key moments that allow the viewer to travel with you through your adventure and travel between different stages of it are really, really key, and making sure you capture those is really important. I failed to do that in a couple of different areas, and my final project is definitely weaker because of that. So when you go out on your next adventure and you take your GoPro camera and you're going on an adventure, keep your kit lightweight and make sure that you've got an idea of the kind of transition shots you need in order to tell the story of your trip. Then shoot a whole bunch of short video clips and allow the viewer to really feel like they're there with you experiencing the trip. If you guys create an awesome video about some adventure you've been on, send it to me over on Facebook or Twitter, and I'd be happy to share it with the community. It's awesome to get you guys involved. So if you've got anything, send it to me. I'm happy to share it with everyone. But most of all, guys, until next time, thank you very, very much for watching.
So yeah, so now we go through Despair Pass, which is this. So it's really steep, switch back down, and then sort of a gradual climb up the ridge, and then over the other side of the mountain. So yeah, it looks like the trail basically exactly follows the ridge. Cool. It's either try to hike up that way or back off.
Let's walk around first. We cut a branch. Ha. Oh.